Hi, my name is Linda. If you're not sure, I'm a business instructor, primarily HR. I decided to put together this short video about work placements and just what that entails for business students. Okay, I've been involved with work placements for pretty much 20 years, so I am well informed on it. So I just kind of thought I'd do a video because I send lots of emails, of which a lot of people don't even read. So I'm going to just do a short video highlighting exactly what the work placement is, when it takes place, and anything I feel you need to know. So hopefully I'll answer some questions that students may be wondering about. Okay, so our 2 and 3 year business programs, a requirement for graduation is the completion of a 6-week work placement. Okay, this 6-week work placement takes place at the end of your studies. So it will only take place when you've successfully completed all courses in your program. So if you start your program in September and you go your full 2 years and you finish in April, your work placement will be the intersession following. It's generally the second Monday in May. Okay. That being said, a lot of students are part-time students or maybe not going to be ready for their placement at that time. So work placements can also take place in the fall semester and the winter semester. They generally do not take place over the summer. Your work placement is a course, so you need to register for it, and there is a fee for it. And because you're still a student under that, so you fall under everything that a student entails. Like you still get your insurance, so you're still a student of the college when you actually do it. Um, yeah, so even if you're doing a 3 year program, you do your work placement after the second year. Okay, so as I said, the timing is normally at intersession after your second year, but that's only if you successfully completed all courses. You do have to have all courses completed. So even if you're deficient in one course, you're still unable to do your work placement until all courses are successfully completed. The other thing I wanted to mention is PLAR. Okay, so PLAR actually stands for Prior Learning Recognition and Assessment, I think, something like that. What it actually means, you can actually PLAR any course if you meet the criteria. And to PLAR a course actually means that you will get credit for the course based on past education or experience. So like if you had a high level of knowledge in a certain course, then you can PLAR that course. Okay. The criteria to PLAR a work placement for is you have to be working in your field of study. We get a lot of students who actually register for programs are already working in their area that they're studying. They're just looking for the diploma, maybe for career advancement or for other reasons. So if you're already working in your area of study during the time that you're in one of the business programs, then you can apply to PLAR. Okay. If you're PLARing for intersession, then PLARs can be accepted in January, like your last semester of studies, they will accept your PLAR. PLARs can then be conditionally approved, and what that means is they can be approved in early January, for example, but it'll only be a final approval once you've completed all courses. So if you get credit for PLAR, if you're advised that your PLAR is going to be approved, then you're good, you won't have to do it. And when you finish all your courses, then you can graduate. So you can apply for PLAR in your last semester. And then you don't have to do your work placement. Okay. Another option for some students, and I've had some students do this, a handful over the years, is if you're working somewhere and it's not in your area of study, perhaps you can approach your employer and see if for a 6-week period you can be assigned work in that area. Because if somebody's goal is to get a job and go to work, you don't want to have to leave a job to finish your studies to help find a job. Okay. So any questions or anything specific to your scenario, you can certainly reach out to me. Okay, so that's in regard to the timing of it. So that's when it occurs. So for anybody right now who's going to in their second year and will have all courses completed in the winter, okay, with the intent to do your work placement at intersession, then you will be assigned an instructor. Okay, a business instructor will work with you to assist you through the process of securing and finding a work placement. That will happen in January. That's generally when the process starts. Some instructors will start a bit earlier if they have a whole lot, but generally in January you'll be assigned an instructor. Okay, that instructor will assist you. The important thing to understand is that the onus is really on the student to seek out and secure a work placement. We are there to assist you. And I wish we had a magic list and here's all these placements and da da da. That's generally not how it works, even though we do have lists of all previous placements. It has been my experience that students who actually really do the legwork and find their own placement have the most success in it. And those placements often lead to employment at the end. Because very often that's the goal. Not always, because the placement is a requirement for graduation, but very often the goal is an employer where there may be a potential for work placement after. And employers are often looking to our graduates for work placements for that purpose. Okay, so again, just recognizing that the responsibility is on you. So my advice to all students is to start having these conversations now, maybe with people you know, reach out to employers you may be where you may be interested in doing a placement. One of the criteria when you work with an instructor, when you start working, is you will need to provide the name, contact information of 3 places where you would like to do your work placement. The expectation there is that you are going to seek out that employer and ask, are they open to taking students? What we don't want is just hyperlinks to these are jobs I would like to have type of thing, right? So you really have to do the legwork. We will assist you. From my personal experience in almost 20 years, we've never not placed a student who was trying to find a placement, right? We will step in and assist where we can, but the onus is really on you to do the legwork to do it. Some of you will be doing SD 2200. SD 2200 is a fairly new course we developed to help the student be workplace ready to go out and work and assist you in finding and securing the work placement. Okay, you do it in the 5th semester, which is going to be the winter semester. So even if you're not going to be doing your work placement, you may not be eligible for intersession, you still do SD 2200 in the winter. I'm teaching all classes of SD 2200, so that will be with me. And there's lots of really good information in that course to assist. I won't be the instructor working with you, but there's lots of good information in the SD 2200 course that will assist you with the work placements. Yeah, so the other important thing I really need to stress, and this is just not about work placements, you got to be checking your emails and responding to emails. It's the biggest frustration in my job, I won't lie, in regards to work placements from employers and also from students. Yeah, so it's so important to be checking your emails and responding to them. Everything is somewhat time sensitive, and we're often very much held up being able to do anything because we're waiting to hear from somebody. Yeah, so you can email me, Linda Bird, lynda.bird@cna.nl, if you have any specific questions. But this is just kind of a summary of what to expect, and maybe like this video might answer some questions for you. But yeah, that's it. Reach out to myself or Denise White if you have any specific questions. And like I said, you will be assigned an instructor in January who will be working with you. The important thing, again, I'm repeating myself, but I also want to reinforce that the onus is really on you to do the legwork in finding this placement. We're here to assist and help and reach out and follow up for you. Like what I like to do is students have already reached out and somebody may be interested, and then I will follow up or the instructor will follow up and say, I understand you may be open to taking a work placement student, da, 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 da. Okay, so anyway, I hope this provides you with some good information. And again, reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you.